Well, the pits are already filling up here at the I-70 Motorsports Park located in Odessa, Missouri, and this is going to be the largest racetrack I've ran yet out here in the Midwest during this trip at the end of July. Welcome back to today's video. If you guys are new here, my name is Tanner Holmes, and I'm a 18-year-old 360 and 410 sprint car driver out of Southern Oregon, and I love to create these videos for you guys to bring you along for my journey in sprint car racing and the sport of racing in general, through the highs, the lows, the successes, the downs, every aspect of my team. I love to bring you guys along through these videos, as well as I just love racing and going in circles. Now, as I mentioned, tonight we are here at the I-70 Motorsports Park, which I believe is classified as just under a half mile, and we are going to be going well over 100 miles an hour today against some of the best 410 sprint car drivers in the country. If we take a couple more steps this way, we are right along the back straightaway, and as Bennett does a quick pan here, you can see 1 and 2 all the way down to 3 and 4. But this place is wide, banked, and very, very fast, so we are going to be getting after it tonight with the All-Star Circuit of Champions. I think we're expecting around 34 10s in the pit area. Should be a fun night of racing. So we just got done with hot laps groups 3 and 4 on the track now, and Bennett just quoted it. To quote him, he said this place is sick. So we just went out there and made 4 or 5 laps. The first couple I was literally turning too soon, like I was at a small place, and the wing speed here is insane. It would just turn me straight into the infield. So once I finally got rid of my twitch and really worked on holding the wheel straight, we also slowed down my steering, which is key at these larger racetracks. But anyway, qualifying is going to be up next. We are the 8th 410 to roll out of 29 tonight, but man, the I-70 Motorsports Park is cool. We'll see how it kind of changes throughout the night. Right now, it's really, really fast, really right on the bottom, and then just fluff all the way up to the wall. All right, Dad, first lap's completed, I-70 up to full speed.
I held my breath the whole time. You looked awesome, so we just need more practice. I think we're 19th out of 29 cars, but it was awesome.
On to the heat races now. Man, these big tracks, especially in a 410, because I don't have that experience really yet, they are something else. You literally just go out there, hold the wheel straight. Obviously, the racetrack has some grip here at I-70. It was pretty much just the bottom. I mean, you saw how wide this facility is, but it was pretty much all fluff from about a lane and a half up all the way to the wall. But qualifying, I didn't even feel super nervous. It's almost like you get out there, you just hold it wide open, and with the grip the racetrack has, you hold the wheel straight, and you just try to go in far enough and not break the car loose at all and not turn too much, and literally just be as still as possible. Like my dad mentioned, we were 19th and we were 3/10 off of quick time, so that goes to show how close the times are. You literally hit the corner just a little bit better, catch a little bit more grip, and you're into the top 10. Where do we start in the heat?
First heat, 7th.
So heat race is going to be up next. We're the only division tonight, so it's going to be a pretty quick one. Not sure how it's going to race though, because like I mentioned, it's really one lane. They're out there trying to pack in some of those marbles. Really sandy material here. It's a little bit different, and I think it's going to race. You know, we'll see how it's going to race. But overall, for my first laps on a big track, you know, I'm satisfied, and that was just that was one heck of an experience. Heat race will be up next. Well, you can feel the speed of this place when you're around other cars for that heat. Started 7th, ran 8th. They might have got me for 7th because the car behind me on that restart, they were next to me and they said something on the receiver, but I wasn't sure if that was a warning or if they were going to penalize them spots. Just a nose to tail issue, but my first 7 laps before our yellow in the heat were good. I was kind of just like moving around a little bit, trying to get my flow, get my rhythm, and I kind of figured that the bottom was really, really good. The racetrack is super, super narrow. It's not wide at all. They have a couple more heat races coming up, but I was all right. I had some good laps, had some bad laps, and just what I tried to do there on that late race yellow didn't work. My engine stumbled really bad. I hit the gas and it just it took like 3 goes of stumbling, and then it eventually took off. And when it spun the tires fast, it got me in the grip and pushed me out of it. And I was actually going to try to just enter a little bit above the guy in front of me and turn down. And I learned on restarts like that, when you don't have a lot of speed built up, you can't do it. And I got tight, and the guy behind me just flew by me. I lost a ton of ground, and I don't know, I just messed up. So we're going to be in the B main, which sucks. I thought I maybe had a chance at getting into 6th there, but I just got to be better and better and figure out these big tracks and clean air and dirty air and exactly what your car can do and what you can't do and when to do it. But right now the racetrack's just still really fast, like qualifying and a lane off the bottom. So this place is really, really wide, but it's not wide right now. Through our B main event there, but we're getting ready to just take a quick look at the engine. It was running hot. I'm sure other guys were too. I mean, we're pretty much wide open all the way around for those 10 or 12 laps in that B, and that's just so hard on equipment. The racetrack's fast. I felt good. I think I laid down some pretty decent times. Trying a lot of little things in a little space, if that makes sense. Like sometimes I try to enter literally a foot higher than the lap before, or try to turn down a little bit, and you know, everything felt pretty good. It's almost hard to know what makes time up because everything feels great, you know, it feels good. So we're just kind of getting really spread out on these big tracks. So the leader was gone, Kyle Reinhardt in the 91, and then we kind of opened up a little bit of distance there in second. So we're gonna be heading out for the A here in a minute. Well, we're getting ready to push out. They're about to sound the 4-minute horn. Chaos, that's the best word to describe our pit for the last 10 minutes, but I think we got it all figured out, filled the radiator back up. Man, I feel pretty good out there. Like I talked about, a lot of us are all same speed. Not exactly same, but we're all so close. It's hard to make up ground here, but we're getting in for the A feature now. Like I said, last minute adjustments. Track hasn't changed a lot all night, but I think if we can kind of just work on a good lane and following someone, or not following someone too much because dirty air, but just picking a good lane and getting out there and rolling for 30 laps here at I-70, get some more experience. So A main's up next. So it is 1:45 a.m. We just finished up, and here's a look at some of our junked parts. This tire and wheel. We have the torque tube, some radius rods, the drive shaft, the rear arms, wheel cover, Jacob's ladder, a rod end or two, and everything put away, and we got the car to be able to roll in the trailer. We still probably have about 3 to 4 hours of work to do tomorrow, but we made a ton of progress tonight. So shout out to my whole crew, Roger, Carly, Bennett, my dad, Mom and Krissa for playing their part. We all just worked really, really hard the second the race car got off the racetrack after the feature and just started tearing stuff apart and putting things back together. I feel horrible about tonight. It honestly just sucked that that incident happened that late in the race. We were so close to getting the checkered flag, probably within 5 to 7 laps to go, and I honestly felt like I had ran a pretty solid A main up to that point. I was getting some great laps. I was figuring out the racetrack and figuring out how to run the car hard and find some grip and get the car to do what I wanted it to do. And I just feel horrible that it tore up a bunch of equipment, my own, and then also Zeb Wise, who had spun out. You know, it obviously wrecked his car worse than it was originally going to be when I think he maybe hit an infield tractor tire, got together with someone and spun the car out. So completely just a bad situation. We had to put a new rear end in my car. We had to put a new front axle. I'm gonna be making a whole video tomorrow of us fixing it and talking about it more in detail with more footage that we took tonight. But man, it just it's never a good thing when you wreck at a place as big as I-70 is. We are going at extremely high speeds, and I'm not gonna come on the vlog and just say, you know, man, I had nowhere to go, I just got put in a bad spot. It obviously was not a good situation, but I just got a little too indecisive entering the corner. I was looking ahead, I saw him spin on the bottom, so that's why I was gonna go up the track originally. I turned right because he was on the bottom spinning out, but then from my viewpoint, it looked like he started to back up the track, so that's when I made the decision and got caught in the middle of wanting to go below, and that's just when things went wrong. When I did try to slow down, my brakes were soft because I was using them a ton in the feature, so I literally, the brake just went to the firewall. I was trying to pump, and I just wasn't able to slow down, and then when I realized as I was going up that I needed to go back down, which watching the video back, I probably would have been fine if I would have kept going up the racetrack because the 10 was not backing up at the rate it looked like when I was going into the corner. I gassed it up to try to get the car to turn, and that's when I hit Zeb, and I just I kind of like half 180 360'd, and that's when it tore up all the equipment. So like I said, I definitely could have missed it, but I just misjudged the whole thing. I did not react right in the moment, and unfortunately you guys seen the mess that all caused. Like I said before though, the feature was going great up until that point. Honestly, the whole night I was gaining so much valuable experience, even running in the back with these guys. There's fast cars 1st through 15th, even behind me there was some fast guys, and I got to qualify and get on a big track and get some wing speed and felt what that was like, and then run a heat race and figure out dirty air and clean air and where to put your race car and how hard you can even drive it when it's starting to slick off. So so much value was gained tonight at the I-70 Motorsports Park. It just didn't end on the right note. As always, do want to thank all my sponsors: Next Gen Def, Carson Oil, Earth It Environmental, ABC Powder Coating, Pit Stop USA, On-Site Screeners, Fast 4 Media, OMA KTM, QRC, Lafarge, Durango RV, Ferguson, Swindell Speed Lab, and everyone that helps the AT&T, and once again the crew, and then also everyone who came by afterwards and checked on me and seen if I was okay. A good friend of ours, RCM, he also stopped and helped kind of fix some things up for a minute. More will be coming in tomorrow's vlog, but just the whole thing, I guess as I say, it's just a part of racing. If you sign up for the sport, wrecks are gonna happen, and at these levels, when you're going much faster, but everyone's driving so hard and there's little time to react, way more little time than what the video shows. The video might show, man, heck, why did you hit that, Tanner? But in the moment, when you're flying into the corner wide open, not lifting, all of a sudden you look up and there's a car sitting there, that's when things go bad. So thank you guys for your support. This is all part of the journey. This is part of the ups, the downs, and tonight was a down, but I'm sure there's more success coming our way. We just have to keep pushing forward. We have to keep after it, look at things with a positive mindset, and on to tomorrow's off day, get things fixed up, and then we head to Sedalia, Missouri on Thursday. It looks like the frame's gonna be all right, just a lot of bolt-on stuff that we luckily had some spares in the trailer. See you guys all in the next one, and thank you. Deuces.